the only plan you will need to start your own microgreens business. It is not usually easy to start your own business, as you normally need to undertake months of research and have an impressive amount of capital, but these two major drawbacks do not apply when starting your own microgreens business. All the research you really need to do prior to starting your business is to discover which microgreens have the potential to sell in your area. This may entail talking with any vegetable sellers at your local market and also learning which microgreens the chefs in nearby restaurants would be interested in. Once you have learned what the potentials are, decide on a suitably sized growing area. Although some people that only grow microgreens for their own requirements may use windowsills to place their trays of seeds on, if you are starting a business you will probably need a larger area. This area can either be inside or outside, but the necessary requirements are that the trays receive a minimum of 4 hours light per day, either by growing lamp or sunlight. Secondly, they must be adequately protected from extremes of weather and of course animals or pests. Many people have been able to set up an appropriate growing area for less than $600, and the only additions to that cost are the cost of potting soil, trays and seeds. The average cost of trays, soil and seeds is between $3 and $5 per tray depending on the type of microgreens you intend to grow. Once you have prepared your growing area, you will have to buy sufficient trays. The usual size for trays is 10 by 20 inches, but take out meal trays or see-through vegetable trays with holes made in the bottom will suffice. You will need enough potting soil to set 1 to 2 inches in the bottom of all your trays and then provide a thin cover over the seeds. Although the soil will have to be moistened and kept moist, sprinkling water on it twice a day, it should not be too wet. Although it is perhaps best to start with just 1 or 2 types of microgreens, you can increase and diversify once you're more experienced. It is possible to buy starter kits, and these often have a mix of vegetable seeds, all of which need the same conditions and growing time. In 14 to 21 days the seeds should have produced stems and their first leaves, and this means they are ready to harvest. In order to harvest, you should have a new pair of scissors which you keep especially for this task, and cut the microgreens at the stems, close to the soil. As freshness is a key to increased sales, some customers may prefer to buy a tray and cut them as they need them, so check with your client base before harvesting. If you do start a microgreens business, it will, of course, mean you wish to make a profit, and that should be easily possible. As mentioned, the cost of growing each average size tray is between $3 and $5, which often produce 12 ounces of microgreens each. Depending on the type of microgreens, they sell for between $25 and $30 per pound, which works out to about $18.75 per tray. Obviously, the more diverse the types of microgreens you can provide, the more potential you have for sales and profit. Most microgreen seeds will cost about $15 per pound, but if you start to specialize, some microgreen seeds are expensive, such as parsley seeds at $45 per pound or marigold seeds at $350 per pound, but adjust the microgreen selling price per tray to reflect that added cost. Although you may soon become an expert in growing microgreens, in the meantime, with Todd Seeds being able to provide you with initial instructions, your first results should be the same as those of an expert. To keep costs low, Todd Seeds can also provide you with microgreen seeds at wholesale prices, assisting you in profiting from your efforts. Not only will having your own microgreens business help you financially, but it will also ensure that you, your family, and your local community have a handy source of nutrition readily available, and give you confidence that you are doing your part to keep humanity healthy.